Hi guys, today I'm going to come at you with a functional primal movement workout. So that means that you're working out your body in moves similar to how you would have moved A as a baby and B similar to how animals move. This kind of movement is very good for prehabilitation, which is preventing you from needing rehabilitation basically. So it's a way of moving your body in its natural sort of movement patterns to open up the hips, open up those joints to prevent injury in other sports such as running or basketball or football, stuff like that. We're going to go ahead with a very quick warm up, and then we're going to get into the moves. We're going to go through each of the moves quite slowly and then try and speed them up that little bit. We're only going to do one round of every set that we have. Each set, we have 5 sets altogether, has 2 movements. We're going to spend about 40 seconds on each movement, okay? To a minute. We'll start off slowly, as I say, and then we'll move into a faster version of it before we go into the second movement, so on and so forth. Okay, so we're going to start off quickly with a little bit of a warm up. So just standing up, bringing those legs out to the side, nice, slow and controlled. Squeeze those hips as you move those legs. Don't just kick out. Don't just let them swing without any sort of mind to muscle connection. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going up and out. We're going to do one side first. So up in front and then out to the side. Really open that hip. 2, 1, opposite side. 3, 2, 1, and into jumping jacks. Get those hands up overhead, open those shoulders up. A lot of the work that's coming up ahead starts off sort of in the plank position. You're using your entire body. So you'll be using your shoulders, you'll be using your legs. So we're going to warm up properly. Make sure that all those muscles are raring to go. In strides now. 3, 2, 1. Heels up. Kick those bottoms. 2, 1, knees in front. 2, 1, and spreading those legs nice and wide. You're going to reach down, touching the inside of the opposite foot with your hand. 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. Okay, so as I said, a lot of the movements that's coming up, a lot of the movement pattern starts off on the floor. Even when you're using your lower body, it will mostly start off on the floor in a plank position. The first 2 are both very similar to each other. We're going to start off with a kick through. So it's a mild version. You're going to kick off to the side, and we're going to take that down further into a walk through for the second move. As I said, we're only going through each move today once, and we're going to start off nice and slow. Spend about 10, 15, maybe even 20 seconds going slowly through the move before we really hit it for about 40 seconds, and then move on to the next one. Then we'll take a break for about 30, 40 seconds before we hit the second set of movements. Again, going through each only that one time. If you feel at the end of the entire workout that you can do it a second time, go ahead, rewind, go through them again, feel free. I myself am only going to do these once because I'm just coming back. It's been a couple of days. Just coming back from a slight bit of backache, slight back injury. Fully better, but don't want to push myself too much too soon. Okay, so those kick throughs. You're going to take it down onto the floor. You're in the plank position. So you need, I'll just move back a little. You need to have your hands, your elbows and your shoulders stacked up over those wrists. Okay, let me just lower this down so that you can see. Okay, that should do it. So you're in that plank position, you're gazing straight at the floor, you're going to rotate your body. The left leg comes up through to that right side, sit down onto that left bottom and bring it back, and then same on the other side. Okay, so as you rotate that left leg through to the right side, that right arm comes up, turn it back around and do it on the opposite side. Keep going. We're going to keep doing these nice and slow first. 2 more at this nice slow pace. Okay, now we're going to speed it up 40 seconds. Again, when I say speed it up, I'm not talking crazy speed here. You want function and form over speed every time. More seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let that one relax. Okay, as I said, the second one is fairly similar. So we've got walk-throughs next. They're very similar to your kick through. They're just that little bit more advanced as you're coming from a complete plank the entire time and walking one foot through to the front and then back. Otherwise it's fairly similar in terms of lifting the opposite hand and stuff like that. So you're starting off again in that plank. You're going to walk that left leg up to the outside of your left hand. Okay? Lift up the left hand and bring the right leg through. Right leg goes back again, left leg back, and repeat on the other side. So foot to outside of hand, hand comes up, opposite foot through, opposite foot back, hand back down, and original leg back. And again, nice and slow on the opposite side. Okay, we're going to speed it up, okay? Keep it going. Floor is a little slippery here, so make sure your floor is not slippery. Mine is, and I'm slipping. Let that one relax now. We have about 40 seconds of rest time, and then we're going to go into our next 2 moves. We're going to be hitting a frog and a chameleon. So the frog, going to hit those lower bodies, particularly the glutes and the hamstrings. We have come across this one in a couple of workouts before. It's a hinge movement. So when you're doing a hinge movement, in order to save that lower back, make sure you're keeping a neutral spine. Therefore, when you come down, there should be a slight lean, forward lean. If you want to test it out, you can always use a broomstick handle. Should be touching at 3 points. That's your head, between your shoulder blades, and then your lower back. If it's lifting off any of those points, then you need to reset yourself, okay? We're going to go into those in about 5 more seconds. So you're just down, those feet just wider and shoulder width apart, elbows pushing against knees and knees pushing in against elbows. You're hinging up and back down, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Up and down. Nice and slow to begin. Really squeezing that bum up. Make sure you're leading with the bottom. Imagine that there's a rope attached and it's pulling you up from your tailbone area. Pushing that tailbone up toward the ceiling as you come to standing. 2, 1, and speed that up. Keep it going. 2, 1, let that relax. Okay, and then we have our chameleons. So chameleon is like a cross between a powerful push-up and a child's pose. So I'm going to show you from a side-on view. So you're starting in that plank position, so hands straight down over shoulders. Bring those feet out. Okay, so push it down and then push it right back. Sit on those hands, bring it forward again. Keep that core braced as you move through this range of motion. Keep it going. 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and let it relax. Okay, that's 2 of our rounds done. We have 3 different rounds left to go. Next one, hitting that lower body again. We got gorillas and we got bunny hops, okay? So gorillas are done in place. Your hands are down in the plank position. They're kind of like the bottom end of a burpee. You're keeping your hands down, just shoulder width apart. Bringing those feet back behind and wide. And then you're jumping in, getting those feet to the outside of those hands, okay? And you just bring the same motion back and forth. And then the bunny hops is like a squat jump, but you're traveling forward. And then you're going to travel back the way as well. Okay, so just get your breath. We've about 15 seconds left in that rest period. before we get stuck in. Being ready to go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight in, and out. Keep it going. Got about 15 seconds left on that timer. Shake it out if you need to, if your back is hurting at all, and get stuck straight back in. 3, 2, 1, and let that one relax. And we got the bunny hops coming up next. So as I say, that's like a squat jump. You're just moving forward, moving back. We're going to move forward for 2, and then back away for 2. So it's literally, bunnies have the softest touch when they jump. So you want to make sure that when you're landing nice and soft. So you're leaning down into that squat position and you're pushing forward. Sorry. You're pushing forward and you're landing as soft as possible, and then you're pushing back the way. And again, try to land as soft as possible. Those knees remain soft at all times. Just forward and back, 2 each way. Keep it going. Gonna go 10 more seconds. And let it relax, well done. Okay. Next one, we're going to target our upper bodies. We're doing a snake, and then we're doing a cobra. Okay? So the snake they're very similar again. The snake is just that little bit easier, and then the cobra is taking it up a notch. Both are done in the plank position, and both involve just a small amount of motion. Okay, so the first, that snake, you're in your plank position, hands down, feet back, and you're just rocking back and forth. It's almost like a miniature push-up as you come forward, but you're not hitting that chest to the floor. Keep that core pulled in really tight. Keep that back flat. Just show you from the side. That back stays nice and flat. Small little bend in those elbows at the top of the range of motion. 3, 2, 1. Let that one relax. Next one then, as I said, is a cobra. Very similar. This one, you're moving is side to side. So you go forward, side to side, middle, then back. Okay? So exactly the same, except for with that added motion. So you're literally bringing it forward, right, left, center, back. If you feel your back taking over, stretch it out. Particularly if, like me, you're coming back from an injury, because those backs are very important. And let it relax. Okay, we're down to one more set of motion. Unless you're feeling brave at home and you're planning on redoing or restarting the workout and doing a second or a third, even a third round, then we're nearly finished. Last one we have is going to hit those glutes, those outside thighs. These are rhino steps and scorpions. The rhino step is slightly more complicated than some of the other ones we've done, apart from maybe the walkthroughs. So again, we're going to slow them right down first before we try and do them with some sort of speed. And then the scorpions are fairly simple and straightforward. So we're going to get stuck into that rhino step. So you're taking it down into a squat position, you're stepping forward, dropping the back knee, bring that back knee back up, around, back. Back knee drops, up, around, back. So basically, the entire time you're sort of walking in circles. And keep that motion going. Sorry, I'm getting very close there. So it's down, forward, back, knee, up, forward, back, knee, and go. Okay, let's speed it up a little. We'll do one more either direction. And let it relax. And finally we're going to take it to the floor. This time your body is lying prone on the floor, so that means chest, tummy, etc. is resting on the floor. You're going to bring those hands out to either side of your body, and you're going to bring that leg up behind, kicking outside your torso. Make sure you're using your glutes to pull those legs up. So activate those bottoms before that leg moves. Give you another 10 seconds of these ones. Three, two, one, let it relax. Okay. Now, that is basically. So that's 10 of my favourite animal or primal patterns of motion. You can get many more. There are many more varieties out there. We'll go through them later stages as well throughout. we've plenty of time. We're locked up for at least another 3 weeks anyway, so we've plenty of time to get through some more. If you're restarting the video and doing an extra round, then good luck. If you're not and you're finished, then like, share and subscribe. Send it to your mates, and see you back here next time. Bye!